Start up Starcraft 2. Let's get rolling, baby. Alright. Gonna start up in self-promotion. Alright. A tiddly virus. So now I have to go to my YouTube on here, begin a promotion. I have to promote myself. Oh, god damn it. Alright, I'm probably trying to do way too much at once. Wonder if it's trying to update something. If it is trying to update something, it will become a massive frackin' pain in the nutsack. Alright, so let's go over here. There's now stream that. Let's now go there. Excellent connection, it seems, so this should be fine, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and stop this. Oh my god. 1 bar, my bro. 1 bar. Alright, let's let this finish loading up. Start a promotion. Oh, this is gonna take a long time, isn't it? Alright, fuck this. Alright, let's go into this again, but this time, let's do this right. Yeah, me not trying to get a, me trying to get a stable connection between YouTube and my junks is very much an issue. So I'm going to try to get this all set up right and dandy, so we can cast in the frackin' KSL, bros. There we go. What the? Alright, so let's go to the Asia server. Hop right over to Asia. There we go. Signing me in. Gonna reach out and cast the KSL. Oh, bugger. Alright, let's move into this. Let's see what's going on. Alright. Nice. Thanks, Blizzard. Now, I imagine it's probably more of my internet being complete pain in the ear than anything that Blizzard's doing, but, you know. Oh my god, it's saying error. Yeah. Wow. That's rough, bro. So, let's go ahead. As we hop right into KR server, I'm looking to cast Firefly. Firefly, oh my god. Oh my god. What is... Oh my god. Isn't this supposed to be sending me into the Asia server? Come on then. Alright, 3rd time's a charm, folks. Wow. Internet's just a ball of 5 today. See if it works this time. It might be trying to load me in from the proxy while logging me into the US server. So that might be where the monkey wrench and the crowbar and the monkey... Oh my god. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, I might have accidentally bugged it. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and go back. Do a little bit of problem solving. realize that I actually have to start from the US server, go to the KR server, and log in there. Maybe that the KR server is a little bugged right now, but I doubt it. There's only EU that has really bugged for a while, so we'll be seeing what's shaking there. Alright, so logs me in here. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Let's let all the assets load up before trying to switch servers. So it loads that, loads up the achievements, loads up the opener, loads up 1v1, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 and it's still loading up the maps. That might explain why it hasn't loaded up 1v1. So the way I think it works is that it just... There we go, perfect. Everything's all loaded up. Let's go to the KR server. Because we're already late as heck on that, junks. Alright. Kind of a bit anxious here, but probably go away as soon as this pops up. There we go. Let's have this all... Yep, alright. Now that we've joined here, you can check to make sure that that everything's all set up over here. Yeah. All the maps are loaded. 1v1's loaded. Co-op is loaded. And my utter lack of achievements on the KR server is completely loaded. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. I'm going to go ahead and start up promoting on every server that I am in the Discord servers. And let's roll, folks. Let's roll. As he completely and utterly rolls off the side of the earth, my god. Alright, I actually have to change the stream title because that's a little odd. Alright. Sweet 23. Streaming software, public, gaming, game optional. Let's go Starcraft 2. Yep, there we go. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and... Oh my god. No wonder why it's providing such an issue is that it's actually... There we go. I'm going live. Going live. Gonna be self-promoting. Basically, in essential. Get in here. Get over here and chill. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's roll. Alright. Oh, creator. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go cast creator because this... Oh, what? What? I'm a caster, please don't hurt me. You know... Oh, yep. Alright, it's gonna be, creator versus ranger, I think. Do we already have a score here? Alright, so... It is going to be a game. Not sure if it's game 1 or game 2, but we are going to be following a creator through his journey through the KSL bracket here. I was initially going to be trying to form up try to follow a Firefly here, but first lobby I could come across. I mean, I don't want to have the same experience I had the first time I tried casting one of these live. And that was, I literally sat for about 2 hours while I waited for a, lobby. So, yeah. Alright, as we hop into a game of Starcraft, a Protoss versus Protoss. Between, up here, representing Abydos Gaming, it is Creator. And down here, in the bottom left, spawning as the blue Protoss. Representing Infected, it is Ranger. And on this map especially, this map is really good, in my opinion, for these sorts of aggressions that are, maybe not aggression, but macro plays. They're just absolutely fun to pull off if you do manage to pull them off. It is going to be low ground wall off for Ranger here. Well, it is a high ground wall off for Creator, so I wonder how it's going to shake out here. Already a gas coming down at the same time for both people. It's going to be a single gas, a double gas out of Creator, and out of Ranger here. It is going to be a 1 gate expand. Creator coming in here clutch, going to try to block this natural. However, Ranger doesn't seem particularly... Oh, he's going to rally into it. He's going to spot that this is going to come in here. And we're going to see a similar issue that we saw in the World Team League, and that is a single gas into a single gate expanded. Just delaying that second gas too long is going to be really painful to really try to uphold. This probe is going to be coming along, going to be blocking up that natural for a good while. It's going to take a little bit of probe damage. On the other side here, this probe is going to steal some minerals from Creator. Going to try to run back home with its prize, and it looks like it is going to come back home. Zealot gets chronoed out to deal with this pylon block of Creator, and Creator just being especially cheeky, going to cancel that. Going to have to walk. We're going to have to. Oh no! He's going to get that. He's going to get it. He's got. Oh my God! That's the luckiest probe known to man and God. This probe going to be running in here, going to be keeping an eye on that. It's going to have to run out here pretty shortly here as the Stalker comes out. Probe going to be chasing off that one. I think he's going to be starting that up. Another one is going to start up another pylon. This probe being an absolute thorough nuisance. And this probe's going to come up here, going to scout that there hasn't been any tech placed down yet. The Stalker going to be keeping an eye. It is going to catch this probe, and this probe goes down. Cancel on that, and it is going to be a similar scenario over here. Double Stalker for Creator, though. Cancel on that pylon from Ranger, and these probes go home. Probius Eunt Domus. The probes go home. As the second Stalker is being chronoed out here for Ranger, it is going to be a double Stalker opener from Creator. Behind this, there's a Stargate and 2 more Stalkers coming out here. Going to be a lot more aggressive plays from our very powerful Korean Protoss. Actually, I'm not sure the nationality is these folks. I should probably stay away from that. More Stalkers going to be joining up with the Stalker over at the front here. The Zealot's going to be going to keep an eye out, going to try to see if Creator's gone home. It is, in fact, going to scout that these Stalkers are over here. And while I do have a feeling that the mirrored armories of these two players is really going to help. It's really going to help Ranger. I feel like the variation in the openers and Creator's sheer ability to control his units far better than most players at this particular level is just going to lend him the win here. As another Stalker pops out, going to catch another Stalker, but that second Stalker, I don't think it is going to die before that. Before that can form a Void Ray being chronoed out, but already probes going down for Ranger. More probes being pulled. The Stalkers just seem immortal. These more probes going to come and going to land its damage over 2 of these. Going to try to catch another one. 21 workers. Already 7 going down on the side of Ranger. On the other side, what do we have following up? A Oracle idling over here towards Creator's Natural. A second pair of Stalkers up here in the main. 4 Stalkers going to be recalled. Going to meet this
Oracle halfway as it goes off to the corner. Gonna try to slide in, catch some damage here, but this battery is gonna lay waste to any hopes that it has. Gonna get a revelation off. Gonna see that blink is on the way, and another gateway. While also seeing the Stargate, another two stalkers follow up for Creator. Meanwhile, back on Ranger's side of things, a Immortal has popped up, and he has taken a massive amount of worker damage. Already 7 worker lead for Creator. Massive army lead, again, in favor of Creator. I really don't feel like this is Ranger's game. I really feel like this is game 1 has really gone to Creator. This Oracle going to be moving around, going to try to get some scouting done here, and it's going to be forced to pull out before it can catch any workers, though. Another gateway finishing up. It's going to be 3-gate Stargate as more stalkers stack up, and a proxy over here going to solidify that there is a 4th gate, a forward reinforcement point for Creator over here. So Oracle's going to reposition, going to try to slide in, get some damage, put a battery finishing up over here, but it is going to be a stasis trap, actually. Pardon me, that is a stasis trap looking to cancel his 3rd, and at both thirds. Gonna try to slow him down, gonna try to keep the economy relatively even for the time being while he recovers, but a blink up into the man is really gonna put a crimp in that plan as he is out of position. This pylon already gonna be going down, gonna depower this gateway as it finishes up, and that is a creator stasis ward, and more things are just stacking up in favor of Creator here. His army lead, his early worker harassment is going to force Ranger to GG. As this game goes to Creator. Very well played by both players. I just feel like that watching Creator go up against Ranger there. Ranger was just outclassed by Creator. And when Creator goes up against people like Dark, people like Maru, going up against people like Classic, you really see how well he performs, especially as he takes games off of those people, how good he is. And it just feels like he is just so solid, especially in the Protoss versus Protoss matchup. If I recall correctly, he took down Classic in a Protoss versus Protoss matchup in a Premier tournament. I want to say it was the IM Katowice, or it might have been the DreamHack before that. But he did take down Classic in a Protoss versus Protoss. Either way, he still produces some very action-packed matches. I'm happy to cast games between him and any other person. It is always awesome to cast him. So we're rolling up in here. I think that may have been game 2. Or maybe they're just setting up the map right now. Going to be posting the lobby link pretty shortly here. I don't know. Already we're seeing who all is participating in this KSL. I mean, we've got Classic, Creator, Dark, DRG, Ragnarok, Han Mono even. Barcode, I'm not certain who that is. Yeah, there are a few casters here. I feel like there are a few not in here, though. Not really a few casters that are already in a game. I wonder what games those are. I'm guessing that they're more lucky. Guessing that they're lucky. They probably caught this just a high-level matchup between Hero and Future Maru, or someone who was just absolutely insane. I didn't really see Maru in the bracket, but that was I don't know, a while ago now. Gotta look at the bracket. Gotta see what's shaking here. It is going to be. Oh my! It is going to be Ragnarok versus Creator. Firefly versus Future. Oh crap! I missed that. Between Blizzard issues and YouTube issues, I missed catching a Firefly versus Creator game, and that is one I want to see. The Firefly just performing out of this world, taking a game off of Cure in the WTL, and You know, it's just not something you expect to. Not something you see every day. So looking at this whole thing, we're going to be. We're going to be seeing that DRG and Mio Micah are in a game. Oh my god, that's like a striking goal. I mean, a ZVZ between the Cheese Master and DRG. Man. Megumio versus Triple, Estrella versus Hanmano. That's one I want to see. Hanmano, a good friend of mine as well. Is definitely going to be very fierce matchup for Estrella. We're actually going to follow Creator versus Ragnarok when they post the lobby link here. It is going to be one heck of a matchup, I think. Ragnarok and Creator, I'd have to look up the statistics on how often they've gone up against each other before, but it feels like they're closely matched. Ragnarok, of course, having gone up against Maru and when Maru was going for his 5th GSL win in a row. I think it was either his 5th or his 6th. Was it Ragnarok? I think it was Ragnarok. Yeah, it was Ragnarok. It was Ragnarok and Maru. And, I remember hopping on, just watching Maru. It was on Inside, it was when Inside Now was in the map pool, just watching Maru just kind of, you know how you're walking through your little brother's room and you're trying to avoid, you just finished walking through mud, you're trying to avoid stepping on all the stuffed animals to wake them up, and you accidentally step on a stuffed animal. It's just Maru went for, I think it was Thor Banshee. It was something that really shouldn't have worked, but it worked accidentally because what I believe it was DRG had gone for a comp that was just straight up hard countered by Thor Banshee. So it was just sort of one of those moments that is just, it was just so strongly played by Maru. I guess I gotta actually be a little more active. Go ahead. Anyone got a... Oh my god, okay, yeah, Gumio already getting the best of Triple. I'll be moving ahead here in the round of 8. It's going to be awaiting the winner between Hanmano and Estrella. And Dark is waiting on whoever wins between Patches and Buckstar Shot. Patch is an awesome bro. He does cast and he does casting, map making. He's a masters on ladder. I'm not even sure what this guy doesn't do. Bro's a renaissance man of Starcraft. Of course, Dark awaits the winner of that, and that's going to be a very fierce matchup for whoever wins between Patches and Buckstar Shot. Of course, I don't know who Buckstar Shot is, really. I mean, I've seen him around, but not really seen him play. It would be interesting to cast that. Let me just go ahead and pose that question possibly a little awkwardly. I don't know how it'll come across. Texting is a little beyond me at this particular point in time. It is very strange how this thing is put together. As we ask this question, we are going to go ahead and see what shakes. Watch the secret streams. Yeah. I mean, it is funny, but realistically speaking, I think my internet's having a hard enough time trying to handle just dealing with one stream at a time to really be able to do that. So while we wait for another lobby to open up, we are going to go ahead and go over that previous game. It was a 2-0 between Creator and Ranger. Ranger, I'm putting up just a absolute banger of a fight, but just not being able to compete at a micro level against Creator, who was just behind that, going another Nexus. I think no, he already had another Nexus up. He was just saturating that junk, that joint, that stuff, and that and it's natural. And I feel like it was just so one-sided in favor of Creator. His early game control of those oracles and those blink stalkers, really leveraging his ability to work a matchup. It is going to be Future getting the best of Firefly in the bracket here. Future moving on to the round of 8. Going to be seeing... I mean, I don't want to write stories before they're written, but I feel like this one is pretty cut and dry as to who's going to win between, Dark and the winner of Patches versus Buck Starshot. It's going to be Dark. I mean, I don't get called the final boss, not for no reason. So I feel like we're going to be seeing Dark versus Future when that happens. Already some of the crew coming back. Chicken Man, of course, his stream is up. You can just search for that on Twitch, and you'll be able to find him. And I believe also Dave is here. Dave Testup. I fucking love that guy. That guy is absolutely amazing. He's the one who really got me into it, got me really set up, got me really into streaming this whole thing, and it really... Classic versus... Classic... Classic versus Casimir. Invite... Lobby, please. Invite when you have a lobby, please. Alright, so we're going to be seeing the winner between Classic and Casimir, or going to be casting Classic versus Casimir, unless they're already, unless they already finished up and a bracket. Oh, it's just not updated. I feel like that really should be a thing, that should be really done, because... especially for casters who are, like me, where I'm trying to pick up the scraps, basically. Trying to cover where I can. Knowing who is going up against who would really help. But, those are thoughts for another time. Sweet. Hopefully. Awesome. Alright. Casimir going to be posting the lobby link up in here. We're going to be casting Casimir versus Classic. It is going to be a PVZ. Bruh. Pretty sure that between Light VIP and Casimir, that Casimir has a bit of an advantage. Gonna be Classic coming in here. Gonna be seeing what's shaking up in this joint. Looks like Mio Micah didn't show, sadly. And looks like Estrella and Someone else is going to be covering Astrea versus Hanmano Game 2. Darn. Well, I mean, you can't always catch all the good ones. I guess I'll be casting those from the replays in the near future. But as we hop onto Royal Blood for Game 1, it's going to be the ladder edition as opposed to the ESL version. Of course, the little difference being in the unbuildable plate placement, I think. Probably not even then on some of the maps. I mean, on a map like Gresvin, the unbuildable plate is a little more to the left. But as we hop into this Game 1, it is going to be up here in the top right. Casimir. It's Red Drones. Down here in the bottom left, it is going to be Classic. Formerly representing Twisted Minds in the Gamers 8. I'm not sure if he's representing them here. Not sure what's going on, but it is going to be a standard low ground wall off out of Classic, and Casimir over here is going to be going for a relatively standard build. Probably going to be going hatch gas pool, and this scout going to be able to deny the natural base for a little bit at least. This drone going to scout forward, going to start going over to the third immediately. It's going to take that third, and for Zerg, it really isn't that big of a deal because of just how mobile Zerglings are, especially when you get ling speed. But if you force that out of a Protoss, all of a sudden drops and ling run bys, all of a sudden those have 10 times the power that they would have if you'd taken your normal natural. Now it is going to be the third being taken natural here, or natural gas here, as opposed to artificial gas, and we're going to be seeing a pool going down. Now behind that, now on Classic side of this, not really behind it, is going to be a Nexus before Core. It's pretty standard to the Zerg versus Protoss matchup. Going to be seeing just how good Casimir's Zerg versus Protoss is. Classic going to be going for some mineral line harasses. It is going to be a bit of a troublesome thing for Casimir, who I don't think is quite as used to it as Classic might be in a PvP. This Overlord is going to spot that it is just a pretty standard Protoss opener for Classic. Now, I don't know Casimir's Protoss versus Zerg, or Zerg versus Protoss versus Zerg. And he is absolutely solid, having taken it down. Cyril, Raynor, I mean, his PvT isn't too shabby either. I mean, he took down Bjorn, he took down, and I mean, he fell only to Cure, who is the second best who's the second best Terran in the world. It's falling to Cure in the end is just kind of like saying, "Oh man, I got beaten by a world champion. This sucks." It's kind of something it's one of those results you're not really that you're not really angry about. It's kind of one of those, oh, hey, cool, man. Already 4 lings out here for Casimir, and looks like his natural is going to be taken right now at the 3-minute mark. This Adept is probably just, I don't know. He is going to cancel the Shade, and these lings are practically dead here. This Queen going to be forward here, going to get an inject off. This Adept looking to shade in towards the main. 4 more lings being started up for our Zerg player. Ling speed just about finished, and he is just content to get some scouting in his Classic. Ling speed finishing up, and behind this is going to be is that a 3rd or a 4th Adept? I think that's a 3rd Adept. Already an Oracle having finished up for our Zerg player. He is going to see that there is a Spore in Casimir's mineral line. He's going to be scouting that natural. Going to see again another Spore. He's going to pull the drones away. I don't think he really needed to do that, but I mean, I'm just with my Zerg, I'm a Cold League scrub, so I don't really know much about the whole thing. Going to be 2 of these Oracles joining up over here. Now, something I think is funny that I've tested is the fact that larvae can be killed pretty quickly by oracles. See if I can just select one. It doesn't look like I can just select one. This makes me sad. He is going to catch... Oh my... Wait, what did I miss? Where did I miss it? He is going to catch... Oh my god. Classic's control going to be over here. Very good enough to get 10 drones. Where are these extra drones going down? What? I feel like I'm missing something here. Where are Classic's adepts? That's the first question here. These two oracles going to back off for the time being. These two adepts, 3 adepts, they're all at home. What? Already Classic getting the better end of a deal here. Already pulling ahead 12 workers with 10 drones killed here. Inject's going to be popping for Casimir. Already Ling's going to be Roach speed, actually. Hydra speed going to be starting up here. I really don't think this is going to be something that Casimir can afford here. These Adept's going to be getting into this beautiful position here. And this is a 5... it's going to be 5 Hydras popping out here. A few more drones going down for Casimir. He does... Oh my god. This is just so much damage for Classic. Already another 10 drones, 11 drones before these oracles finish, and Casimir is just going to GG. He's just taken so much damage here that to try to recover there off roaches and lings is going to be next to impossible for him. He would have had to have all in, and that would have very much been a tough position to all in from, especially with Classic getting his third. I mean, even if you grab his third, he still has 2 bases. He still has way more mining than Casimir does, and Classic would have just taken that. I feel like that was just a really bad start for Casimir here, and he is going to GG out of that game, and we're going to hop into game number 2 on Neo-Humanity. Now, I don't know what the statistics are on this particular map. Judging by the setup, I feel like it's very much a an even game between Protoss and Zerg. But I feel like Zerg in the late game has a far better setup here. Broodlords being able to show up over these... Well, maybe not the late game. Casimir here going to be very enthusiastic here. I mean, you're going up against Classic, the dude with probably the best Protoss versus Zerg in the current meta. And down here, it is going to be Casimir. And the bottom right of Neo-Humanity, and in the top left, we're going to be seeing Classic. Already going over here, it is going to be a cheesy Casimir. I think that's a 13-12. Or it might be a 12-11. I'm not sure how you count that. Do you count the supply in the bottom? Or do you count the... Or do you count the supply that's already on the map? So, I don't know. Probably the supply that's being produced. Classic's going to come in here, and he's going to scout that. Very unfortunate for Casimir. And back home, is it Classic? Is he going to respect this? Is he just going to... Oh my god. It is going to be link speed being started up for Casimir. 6 legs coming in. And Classic just continues with his natural build. No, he does a chrono out he does start a zealot, and I think it's gonna start up a roach warren. I don't know, man. I feel like not respecting this is gonna give Casimir a partial benefit of the doubt in this game. Oh, no, it is this core before Nexus. Ladies Link's gonna come in here. Gonna put some damage on this gateway, but the Zealot is gonna be pretty content over here. Behind this, Roachworm finishes up. Queen is on its way out. Some more Roaches start up, and a Adept is being started. It is going to be rallied outside of the wall, so probably gonna pop over here. And is he gonna try to get us around? Metabolic Boost almost finishing is finishing up here. His 5 Links gonna try to run away. And all of a sudden they're back with a vengeance. Lenny, Jerry, Phil, and Tom all going down here, but Meralda here is gonna really do her best to put a crimp in Casimir's plan. It is gonna be Janet and Janice from HR over here. Gonna be moving across the map here. This Adept it's just going to be constant stream and a full wall out of Classic. And Casimir here is going to pull back. And this isn't looking good for. I feel like this is good for Classic on one hand, but bad for Classic on another. Already is forcing out a second. Alright, this has gone very sideways for Classic. But as soon as this Void Ray's out, it's held. He is going to depower this particular battery, but as soon as it starts healing that, yep, it is going to slow him down a bit. This Void Ray coming out here, it is going to slow him down yet again. More Lings coming across, and more. It's just Lings from here on out. And he is going to get a kill on that pylon, going to slow it down from being able to be formed here. But I think the brunt of this has been stopped. These Lings over here are going to put some damage over here on the gateway, on the Cyber Core. And more Lings here, more Lings, and more Lings. 8 probes haven't gone down, but behind this, once this attack fails, Casimir has nothing. He's going to try to focus down this battery, but I don't think he's going to be able to accomplish that in its entirety as successful as he might want it to be. And these Lings just going to go down 2 Void Rays being over here. These 4 Lings going to try to put some damage on. More Lings coming across, but I think it's been held. 2 Void Rays being out here are going to stop these Lings from getting much damage done. They're going to try to, again, put damage on. It's going to try to get some worker damage, but these probes are going to move to the battery range. And the Oracle comes out, and that pretty much just seals this. As Classic takes game number 2. Now, for a moment, I was really worried that that Classic really hadn't given that enough respect, but as soon as you saw what he was planning on doing, you really understood why he did what he did. And that was actually just insanely fun to watch. Casimir whipping out the cheese in that final game, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to beat Classic in this, and it is going to be Classic versus DRG. Road to success is paved with Surge, but DRG might just interrupt that. I mean, I don't know. I think it was Future. No, it was Future versus Sue, where Sue did struggle a bit. Sue did struggle trying to beat Future. DRG, on the other hand, I don't know. We're going to try to follow Classic in this one. DRG currently AFK for the time being. I mean, it is about midday for them, so it's variable as to what will happen. Well, Patch is going up against Dark in this. I mean, as much as I have a massive amount of respect for patches, Dark is just is probably going to be way too strong for patches. I love how he has the Carbot Reaper. I always love the Carbot profile picks, and generally anything Carbot is amazing. Classic versus DRG. I'm gonna try to get Classic versus. Once I finish vetoes, it will be a very close matchup. Man. Now, with that having been said, Patches and Dark are in game. Now I'm starting to see what in-game means. It means that if you see them in-game but not having left the chat channel, it probably means that it's in the countdown, which goes from 10. So, already we're seeing what all is going to be shaken out in this bracket. Gumio versus Estrella, Classic versus DRG, Ragnarok versus Creator, and Future versus the winner of Dark and Patches. Not being able to look at the not being able to look at the chat while doing this is kind of okay. Yeah, that ain't good. Well, let's go into this. It's gonna be DRG for you showing up. It'll be DRG versus Classic. Let's they finish up. I mean, I feel like Casimir put up as good of a fight, as much of a fight as he was going to be able to against someone like Classic. But, yeah, it was the sheer power of Classic really getting the best of him. It is really going to put a crimp in his, it really is going to really slow him down because, you know, these guys in the Pro League, they just know how to hit somebody to make it hurt. You know, you're not covering one part of your mineral line. Oh, whoops! All of a sudden, five workers are gone. You got some transferring drones. Let me just go ahead and punish this with a few oracles over here. You know, it just feels like these guys are just so insanely strong that it just boggles the mind. How the heck do you know people like Maru and Maru Dark? How do they keep up with these guys? It just feels like that they're just beyond human understanding. So we're going to be going on to Grizz Vanelli between two gods. It's going to be up here in the top left. The god of Protoss. It is going to be Classic. And down here in the bottom right, a god of Zerg. It is going to be DRG. Yes, I'm calling them gods, but, you know, we all know that Cyril is the god of Starcraft. It's going to be a standard opener for the time being out of DRG. I mean, I don't really anticipate a whole lot of derivation from the standard hatch gas pool with 13 Overlord, but, you know, again, Goldie started talking. Can't really say much concerning that. It's going to be a little ground wall off. I don't think there's a whole lot that really shakes up in the early game here, the way it's forming right now. I don't really think there's enough that shakes up that it can be. Matchup though between Protoss and Zerg. But with each explosion, we gotta have a build up, and with people like DRG, they're just absolutely insane. They're just capable of dealing with these little things that would really throw the rest of us noobs off. He is going to send a drone to be chasing that probe, is DRG. And the pool almost finished. Cybercore starting up behind this for Classic as his mineral line harasses keeps going. He's going to be starting a second gas here. Cutting workers at 21, which, again, I mean, pretty standard openers from both players. Now, we're gonna have the dizzy. We're gonna go for the experience of looking through the eyes of DRG. Now, last time I tried looking at a pro player's cam, it was in the middle of an engagement. Now, if you've ever seen a pro player's point of view from the middle of an engagement, it's some pretty dazzling stuff. And also dizzying by just how fast these guys are moving. DRG going to be able to place his third on location. Going to be a little bit of an attempt out of Classic to slow it down. And we see when he spots the Adept here. Probably saw it on the mini-map. And is going to kill that unbuildable block. Now, 4 more lings being posted up here. Queen being positioned at the edge of the creep. It is going to be a very solid defense out of DRG here against this Adept. Another Queen popping up. Gonna have to cancel that shade as Classic, and he's gonna get some scouting info. Sorry, it's impossible to deny scouting info. But the benefit of Zerg is that they can just engage well, and they can still get away with it, I feel like. Oh, let me just... That third base going down. Warp gate finishing up. And this Oracle going to be moving around, trying to get some damage done. He's going to catch this drone as it transfers across. Of course, no Spora here up in the main, but there are 2 Queens, and they are going to fend off this Oracle for the time being. And a Spora starts up in the third, not in the main, and in the main, an Evo Chamber goes down. I think he's going to try to double down on the Ling part of the program. Already 4 more Lings coming out. 2 Oracles gonna try to get gonna get a kill on that creep tumor. Gonna slow it down a bit, but he is gonna take heavy hull damage on 1 Oracle, which means it'll have to be put back to base to keep it alive for the time being. As we see a third being saturated. Up in the main here, we see +1 weapons being started, blinks being finished up, and 4 gates. So it is going to be 7-gate blink out of Classic. We'll see if he adds on a few more gateways. He might, but he is definitely looking to be more aggressive here in this game with his blink. He is going to scout a third. My weekday sleep alarm going off here. These Queens going to be in perfect position to catch these. Just Queens everywhere. These, I mean, under any other circumstance that isn't Starcraft, Queens everywhere might be appealing. But since it is Starcraft, and these are 2 Oracles that are getting attacked by Queens, they're not having a good time. Already a bunch of links coming down. I think this blink depends. I don't know. I feel like this blink opener out of Classic will be hard pressed to really deal some damage. Behind this, it is going to be +1 melee. It's going to be a Roach Warren. So, I don't know. Okay, so we see a Templar Archives going down somewhere. Oh, yep, Storm for High Templar. I think what we're going to see out of Classic here is we're going to see a double prong here. You know, a Force over here, a Force over here. Looking to deal some damage with Storm. Going to really put some damage down on these Lings. And with Roaches coming out, I mean, Roaches being the follow-up here, I don't favor this for DRG, but as we see here, he is going for a Lurker Dead, so this transition is definitely going to benefit him. He just has to hold off Classic's assault for the time being. He is going to catch a Stalker and a Adept here. Going to force a warp in here at a battery, going to force them to blink back, and these Oracles just doing God's work on these Roaches. Going to really provide a boon for Classic here, as he knows now that it is going to be a Roach Ling comp for this, for the first part of the defense. Has he scouted the, let's not look at, nope, let's not look from the CC, from this camera, because that will actually happen at 50 miles an hour. So he has not scouted the Lurkers or the Hydralisks, which means DRG is going to be able to get the jump on him here. Storm is going to be able to partially deal with those, but not enough to really affect much of a change here. Going to turn down the volume a little bit in case it is too loud here. 3 Oracles, a bunch of Stalkers. You know, just saying that out loud, it just sounds like a Greek comedy. A few Oracles and a few Stalkers. Maybe something a little worthy of Aesculapius, I think his name was pronounced. I don't know. But this massive amount of links is going to get caught by this armada of Stalkers. Yes, I know armada is for air units, but hey, who's counting? He is going to catch this creep as it tries to spread over here. Funny thing, it does cause them to be spent immediately after use. Storm here is going to be absolutely valuable on those Lings. The Stalker's blinking forward, going to catch a bunch of these Roaches. The Roach speed is finished up. A bunch, but a bunch is not going to be enough as the Lurkers burrow here for DRG. And immediately, a Stargate and a Fleet Beacon go down, and it looks like it is going to be a carrier transition. I don't. Oh my God! He's gonna blink forward. He's gonna storm. He's gonna storm a bunch of these legs. He's gonna cause a lot of damage, and a bunch of Lurkers gonna die here. As the but that was a really bad engage for Classic here, as he loses every single Stalker, every single Zealot, every single Immortal in that engage, and he's gonna have to pull back directly for the time being. As he recovers here at home, going to be up on 4 bases. Going to be relatively up on a similar base count to DRG. Already the workers are looking pretty similar, but slightly in favor of Classic, oddly enough. But the army is where it is, and that is going to heavily favor DRG here with the 104 army supply to Classic's 47. +1 air weapons coming up here for Classic here. But it looks like this third is going to be taking down this Lurk is already able to cause a lot of damage, and it's going to be a killed 5th. He's going to take down. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to take that pylon down, so this battery and the cannon will still remain. And that was a very fierce fight from the two of them. A Ling run by over here gets stopped by Ozel Warpin, and these Lings are forced to pull back as the cannons put on more and more damage. As the observer going to be able to see these as they pull back. and the Oracle is going to catch a glimpse of this army. Storm coming down, causing more damage. Oh my god, this is just a sheerly bad engage. I feel like this is... Is it a bad engage for DRG? It already has more units on the way, going to have more charge lots on the way, but dealing with these lurkers with just charge lots is going to be a neat trick. He has a fleet beacon started, and he does have a Tempest already out, but it's going to be too late, as Classic is forced to tap out for the time being. And we're going to be seeing game number 2, already DRG dominating in that game number 1. Let's see what it shakes out in game number 2. Wow. Game number 1. As I said, Protoss versus a very explosive matchup. It is not something that you just... it's not TVT. Let's put it that way. It's not TVT, and it's not, what other matchup is slow? I don't know. But, I mean, describe all the mirror matchups. TVT as a knife fight on a football field. ZVZ is a knife fight in a phone booth. And, PvP is a knife fight. No, sorry, ZVZ is a bar fight with broken whiskey bottles, and PvP is the knife fight in the phone booth. I mean, at that point, I'm not even sure you can really do the Filipino knife fighting styles in the phone booth. I mean, if you manage to pull that off, that will be a neat trick. But PvZ definitely feels like you have more modern weapons. You get missile launchers and whatnot. But up here in the top left, left. I definitely know my left from my right is going to be Classic on Dragon Scales. And down here in the bottom right is going to be DRG. Already a probe coming out here before the first pylon is down. Looking to get a slowdown on that natural. Saw what happens if you let DRG just fly with whatever he wants. This drone going to be coming down, going to meet this probe halfway. And it's just going to go straight to the third. Classic thinks about trying to get a block on that, but isn't really going to take him. Honestly speaking, if Classic had dropped a forge here, I think he could get cannons up on that third. Just looking at it, Zergs just, especially the pro Zergs, I don't know, just looking at how they play, just feels like they're really vulnerable to cannon rushes on the third, forcing them to cancel, take another third. If you manage to get a cannon rush up on that, well, you're Florencio. And I don't think any of us are quite that good. Going to be a pool coming down, going to be a saturated gas for DRG. Behind this, it is going to be a Nexus before Core 4 Classic. As we settle out into a fairly similar setup to the previous game. Except that it is a third being taken by DRG. And as triangle base being taken instead of his normal natural. Now this drone is going to be going to the... Okay, yeah. This drone is going to be coming over here to mine. This cheeky little probe is going to be thinking, I got 5 mins. Oh yeah. Already an adept being chronoed out. And it is going to be a Stargate opener, which means it's going to be a slightly delayed warp gate. So we're going to be coming in here, going to be trying to get some more slowdowns on that natural. But these legs are going to say, nah, mate, we ain't here to fool around. Phil and Linda from HR, Bobby and Bale from, I don't know, Internal Affairs. And let's go with Internal Affairs. Going to be going over here and chasing this probe back to from whence it came. So I'm going to be coming in here, going to be getting a very nice scout off this It was a vacation until that adept came along. Rest in Peaches. Let's give him a name. Was he Phil? Let's call him Jerry. There's going to be a Void Ray first. Looking to catch this. Overlord, potentially this Overlord that he saw on his way back across the map. Maybe going to try to get some more Overlords, and maybe this one over here. All of a sudden, you know, when you have a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and right now these Overlords are starting to look like nails. And this is the first nail. And this Void Ray is going to come over here, going to be keeping a look at it. It's not quite a Chad Ray. It doesn't have a bro yet, and it doesn't look like it's going to have a bro as an Oracle starts up. No Chad is quite the Chad without his bro. And he is going to be checking over here, going to see if DRG sent a Void Ray across, or sent a Void Ray across. Yes, DRG and Void Rays. Very long story. Go back long ways. And DRG is going to expect the triangle third to be taken, but he isn't going to find it. And he's going to realize that it is, in fact, a line third going to be coming out of Classic here. Void Ray going to catch some of these lings. Not really going to be able to kill one of them, but he is going to be able to catch these. He's going to push him back. Two queens going to be well positioned for this Oracle. Going to force it back. I always feel like these Oracles have very delicate shields, but are surprisingly tanky given their role in Protoss versus Zerg. Able to 1v1 a queen. Now we're going to take a look at this wall off with DRG as he finds out there is in fact a adept in the wall off, and over here we see 3 drones going down. This adept's popping in, getting some damage done, taking some damage from those Zerglings. Going to be pushed back by this queen, and so Oracle gonna come over here dejectedly gonna not be able to catch really all much of anything. Now one wonders if Oracles are paid in worker kills. Already this Oracle getting 1 kill, and that is going to be a Zergling. Going to catch another kill over here on this Creep Tumor. And it is going to slow down DRG's creep production. Now back here for Classic, it is going to be Glaives. 1 gate, 2 gate, 3 gate, 1 gate, 2 gate, red gate, blue gate, I think was the joke here. It's going to be +1 attack coming out of those Forge, and that is a lot of adepts. However, that is going to be enough lings for those adepts. More adepts going to be coming across here for Classic as DRG comes in here, tries to get a Zergling surround, but these kiting is good from Classic. He is going to shade over here, going to complete the shade, and going to catch a queen for his troubles. And all of a sudden, this is looking very good for Classic. This is looking better and better as he catches 2 queens, catches a bunch of lings. Going to be catching a bunch more as these start to trickle in a bit more. But as these roaches come out, it's going to try to shade out. Going to try to get some more damage done over here. The drone's going to pull back. Going to prevent a lot of damage. Going to be shading into this mineral line. More lings over here. Going to try to catch more of these adepts. Going to kill a lot of adepts. Behind this, Blink is on the way. +1 is almost half finished, and this attack having not done as much damage as he was hoping, DRG is going to be able to come across the map and deal a lot of damage here. These 3 Stalkers are going to come forward, going to scout for the army, going to pull back as soon as he sees it, and all of a sudden Classic is in a very dire position, and I feel like this is just absolutely... never mind. Looking at the worker count, that is very much a DRG favored worker. DRG unfavored worker. He brings the queens across. Brenda's Revenge. That should definitely be a battle cruiser. Already these batteries going to be taking a lot of damage here. And that's a dead shield battery overcharge. This Stalker's going to blink back, going to try to hold on as best they can. If Classic holds on here, he just wins. And it looks like he is going to hold on here. He's going to be able to split against these biles. Going to be able to get kill all these roaches. And Queens all alone, off creep, are not going to be able to do it. DRG is going to agree, and he is going to tap out. It was definitely a classic game towards the end there, as all the lings died, as the roaches started to fall. Classic evens up the score with a 1-1, and we're going to see what shakes in Game 3. This is already turning out to be an awesome series, as Classic and DRG seem very evenly matched in this particular instance. It'll be Dave Testa and Light VIP also casting. And we're gonna see what's going up. And Classic here. Absolutely doing amazingly. And let's go. So we hop into Game 3, the final game of the series. Classic up here in the top left, DRG here in the bottom right. Let's see what happens. That's a 13 pylon. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a change up in the game plan here from Classic. I wonder what he plans to do. Already the APM is just off the charts for DRG. 518, 524. It is just going to be absolutely insane here. This probe going to be coming in here, looking to stop it. I always thought probes were adorable. Look at a probe. The first thing, the first thing people see when they first start playing this game. Oh, it's an adorable little probe. First thing any Zerg sees, oh my god, it's a cannon rusher. And it is going to be a gateway gas from Classic. I mean, especially if you're solar, that probe is, that probe is unfun. That probe is not your favorite. DRG here going to be dealing with this probe appropriately. Going to be taking his third. Going to be pushing this drone away. Going to be saturating his gas. So even out into a fairly normal game here. Something I've always wondered is why don't the Zergs go for the mineral line harass? I feel like it might just slow down their mineral production, which is particularly important for that sort of thing. The 13 pylon going to provide earlier tech for Classic, so it is definitely a different choice. Might take DRG a little bit by surprise, but seconds are what matters in pro games, and DRG is going to have a very tough time. I wonder if he knows that it is, in fact, a 13 pylon, as the main is fully saturated and the natural is starting to get that way for Classic. So he starts long distance mining, Adept coming out, standard stuff, more lings, a queen on the way, 2 queens on the way, going to be popping here very shortly. And injects come in. Going to be ling speed halfway done. It is going to be a Stargate opener, so we're probably going to be seeing a little bit more harassment focused moves out of Classic here. Adept looking to shade into the main, but it is going to cancel as he sees those lings and queen in position. Already DRG going up to 3 bases. Classic is saturating his natural. It is always astonishing to see how fast Zerg can just drone up. Link speed's finished, and Classic pulls back for the time being. We are going to see the Oracle first instead of the... Oh, we are seeing a Void Ray first into the Oracle. And this Void Ray is on the hunt. Now, I mean, I know what Pig says, you know. This Void Ray definitely looks like it's urinating on innocent bystanders, but, you know, I don't see it that way. I see it as a more gentle disintegration at the molecular level. As two Overlords go down for DRG, it's not a supply block that is going to last long. These Links going to come across this, Void Ray. Alrighty, these Overlords pulling back for the time being. DRG looking to keep them safe. It is going to be 2-base carrier, or 3-base carrier, out of Classic here. Fleet Beacon being a little positioned far back. He's going to lose that Oracle, which is huge because, oh my god, that is a lot of scouting potential really shut down here. A Roach Warren comes out for DRG. I think that's just straight up bad at this point. Let's look at the units here. It's going to be 7 Queens, 11 Lings. Going to be a worker advantage for DRG, and it is going to be carriers. I think the longer DRG goes without knowing what's going on, the worse it gets for him. So all Classic is going to be rallying out here across the map with his first 2 carriers. I mean, Ling dives in, dies, but is definitely going to realize that something is amiss. There's a strange lack of units here. But DRG making more units. Gonna try to go for a Ling run by, it appears. More Lings gathering up here. Did they scout? Did they scout what was going on? Oh, the layer is just now finishing up. Oh my god, this is bad. This is really bad for DRG. You start the spires quickly as these carriers appear. They're going to come in here with full cargo. And these Queens are looking to defend against them with these spores being in position here. This Queen's going to be waddling their way up here into the main. But as they waddle their way up here into the main, this is going to be exposed for a little bit. But with these Queens coming in, there's going to be some worker damage coming down. The spire going to be in a very snipeable position. But these Queens are going to defend it very well. As these transfuses are good, the Queens are full, and the carriers are off. And over here at the natural, more drones coming down as Queen just bursts right into carriers. That's got to be that's got to be a really bad birthday present. You know, you come out of your room on your birthday, you wake up and you see a robbery going down in your house. Happy birthday! Give me all your money. Both Sports going to be coming down here Both Sports going to be going down here on the 4th base of DRG. Some Queens going to be dying now. Full energy Queens going to be able to transfuse each other, keep each other alive. 4th base going to be dying here. 12 Corruptors start up. So I think this, for the time being, is going to be pushed back for right now. Already, these Zealots are going to have their work cut out for them. A bunch of Corruptors start up, and it's content with the damage they have done. They're going to go back across the map, join up with the 2 more carriers that just joined the fray, and Storm starts up. Battery Cannon starts up at the 3rd here, but nothing in the main and natural. Gonna be +1 weapons finishing up here, a 4th going down. Meanwhile, on DRG side, he's gonna be crawling up the side of the map here, taking the corner base here. I'm not sure if he's gonna try to take his 4th. More corruptors coming out. It's gonna be 3 more corruptors. Leading to about 4, 8, 12, 16, 19 corruptors. 19 corruptors here gonna really put a crimp in the amount of shenanigans that those carriers are going to be able to be up to. Already, they're bubbling. They already drink way too much Mountain Dew, so, you know. Have you been drinking tonight, sir? Has been a question that's is a question that's been answered. The rocks are going to be broken down here at the front. These roaches are going to crack open the door. Going to see a bunch of stalkers there waiting for them. Going to be like, oh, hi there. Didn't see you there. Already, this army is looking to go, looking like it's getting ready for a flank here. A lot of corruptors here. Sling gonna try to come in here, gonna try to get a scout off. Gonna see a bunch of stalkers, but not much else. The stalker's gonna poke, try to bait some more damage out. Gonna try to get some more damage done on DRG here. DRG is going to pull the trigger here. These storms are good. The power is strong, and that is a carrier going down. A bunch of storms falling on these roaches is going to be causing a lot of damage. Oh my god. And that is every roach dying. Bios are going to try to land on these. They're only going to catch 2 stalkers, but these stalkers aren't done. They're blinking forward. They're looking for blood, and blood they find as they push further forward onto Zerg territory. Not even caring about the fact that it is on creep. Just way too much here for Classic. And while there is a unit supply lead for DRG, Zerg units tend to die so fast. And dying fast means that you have to have a pretty significant army lead to really be able to take full advantage of that. 2 more carriers on the way, more stalkers, archons, everything that Classic needs to kill this army of DRG already. But there's a lurker den? What is DRG planning here? I have no idea. These men are geniuses, and I'm just a Silver League noob. Or Gold League noob. These corruptors going to be coming in here, going to unleash these their bladders all over this Nexus. It is going to go down. As they try to get away with their felony of peeing all over someone else's property. Sling's going to dive in, going to try to target down a couple of these. Hull position is good. These Slings are only able to get so much surface area on these units. DRG going to be targeting down some of these probes to get some damage done. 4 probes going down. That is a lot of Lings in return. But this is just taking so long. It's like, oh my, what the? Wait, why? What? That Ling run by was so fascinating. I missed the kill shot. What the heck? What did I miss? Let me just go ahead and check the bracket, make sure there isn't anything happening impending. We're going to take a look at that. Let's see if Classic has his opponent already lined up. Looks like Gumiho versus Estrella is already happening. Let's go back into that. What the heck happened towards the end there? F9, nope, F11, yep, there we go. It is going to be entire UI control W. Alright, observer, replay panel, control shift O. So let's, oh, nope. Control shift O. There we go. Alright, we're going to go to the end here. What happened? I think it took place right around here, this area. Let's go ahead and nope. Let's go ahead and speed our way right through this. Can I speed up any faster? Nope, doesn't look like it. There we see the carriers. Here we see the lings. Here we discover that, as a matter of fact, DRG did have an idea of what was going on. The carriers get fended off. What happens in the final fight, though? What happens in that fight? So then DRG just starts breaking down the rocks, opening up the map a bit for his own army and the creeping. And DRG is going to be meeting Classic's army face to face there. He's going to engage into a battle over here, going to reposition over here. And then it goes into a massive fight that goes south for DRG. Okay, so the army heavily favors Classic. And the army positioning over here is going to be a recall over here. It's going to be 108 versus 100 army supply. And there's a fight over here. Classic goes... And then another army repositioned. Yep, that happens. I think what we're looking for happens in the final half hour. Oh, yep, there we go. That's what happened. Oh, nope. Nope. Yeah, so this is what happens. Here, let me just go ahead and put it on faster. This army pushes in, kills a bunch of the creep, kills all of that. And it just becomes a really bad fight because this Lurker Den is on the way. Storms are good. The Archons are strong. This army tries to come in from behind, but the Storms again are good. And just the Stalker's focus goes down. And oh my god, yeah, that does explain what happened. Holy crap. Okay, yeah. So focused was I on the Ling run by that was absolutely freaking dominating. It is going to be between Classic and the winner of Gumiho versus Estrella. Now, I mean, I've seen Gumiho versus Estrella before, and it has gone Gumiho's way. But I feel like if Estrella has his number down, it's gonna be really tough for Gumiho to get a lot of a win from as much of a win as he did from Gumiho from Estrella before. Gumiho definitely not a slouch. His TVZ and TVP definitely being very, very strong, but I mean, So, gonna definitely keep an eye on that. Gonna be right back. Gonna have to grab some water. Hope you all are enjoying this, and stick around. We'll be seeing what shakes. that barcode from a more sane angle, realizing that it is a platinum barcode, which is really freaking weird. You know, if you're a if you're trying to barcode in diamond, I mean, I feel like that's just not gonna work out. It's kind of one of those things where what are you trying to do? Are you trying to hide builds? Trying to hide your identity? I mean, it's kind of not the sort of thing that you expect. I mean, seriously, barcoding in diamond. So, in the semifinals, the round of 8, Ragnarok advanced, Classic advanced, Gumiho versus Estrella is still going, Dark versus Future is also going. I don't know, I feel like I favor Dark and the Dark versus Future, but I mean, Future has been popping off, so we may see a Future in the semifinals. Yeah. I think one of the best things about this particular tournament is just that it's so relaxed. You're gonna see more weird builds, gonna see more strange builds, gonna see all the things that are rolling around in the back of these pros' brains. You know, I mean, you get to see just how crazy the strats that aren't quite refined in these pros' brains are. You know, there is one of those bugs that's still around in StarCraft 2, I think, that is, so people randomly turn into black and white checkered balls. And, you know. As a complete wild side note. So while we're just chilling here, we're just thinking about what happened in that game. That was just absolutely insane. Let's start renaming some of these